Nosferatu. That's it.
That silent vampire film? It's a lot like Dracula, isn't it?
It is Dracula, an unlicensed version of it anyway. Except instead of Dracula, the vampire's called Count Orlok.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember Orlok being grotesque and pathetic. Kind of like a hairless albino rodent.
I worry that I'm becoming like that. A damned nocturnal thing.
You really are worried. We won't let that happen.
Okay.
And if it does, I promise to forever shield you from the sun.
Well, my afternoon was insane.
Why? What happened?
An unrelenting torrent of trance music seeping through the ceiling.
Why does every horrible upstairs neighbor blare trance music?
So I went upstairs and asked him to turn it down, and he wanted to borrow a hacksaw.
What the fuck? A hacksaw?
He wouldn't open the door past the deadbolt. I had the conversation with his eye. He's one of those paranoid 9/11 truther types.
So you didn't, right?
I did.
Jesus. Why would you do that?
Well, that's not the weirdest part. When I went back up with the saw from the basement, a woman answered and acted like the guy wasn't there anymore. She wouldn't open the door either.
And you gave her the saw.
Well, at that point, I had to.
What's wrong with you?
I was trying to nap and the music was just unrelenting. I was exhausted.
We really need to get you better.
Yeah, I guess in hindsight it wasn't the best decision.
Listen, if I'm hacked to pieces someday because of this, I will never stop haunting you.
I'll try and get the saw back before you come home.
I'd seriously appreciate that. Speaking of which,
Uh-oh.
I want to move in with you when I come back. That's all.
I want that too.
But what?
What do you mean?
I can tell by your tone that there's a but.
There's not. We're engaged people. We should live together, right?
Amen.
Change is always intimidating. Very mildly in this case.
I'm the one who's willing to have her every second scored by trance music.
That's true. Is that the talk?
That's the talk.
That wasn't bad.
I didn't think it would be. Let's say goodnight.
Yes, ma'am. Good night.
Good night. Love you.
Love you too. Please let me sleep. Please let me sleep. Please let me sleep. At least I have her. I have her. To the insomniac, dreams are nourishment. At last, I sleep. How do I turn this thing off? Where's the switch? My alarm clock. All of these. I remember this cafe, the walk here. This is the dream of a memory. We were engaged on this day.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late. Am I late?
Maybe I'm just a little early.
Yeah, occasionally I lose all concept of time.
I know.
Am I really so transparent? I always figured myself as brooding and enigmatic.
Maybe to others, maybe to my friends, not to me. Perhaps we're simply attuned.
I like that thought. Attunement. From now on, I'll just assume you know what I'm thinking and feeling. A psychic relationship.
Good idea. Okay, so what am I thinking now?
I want to say, are you also cognizant that this is merely some memory dream? Is that what you're thinking now? Will the dream end if I continue this line of thought, or if I reveal myself as a dreamer to you? But I didn't say this. I think that you're thinking that you're smitten with me.
Smitten.
Smitten.
It's just such a silly word, like a combination of smother and flatten. I'd prefer to be neither of those, actually.
Are you saying you haven't been struck down by my charm?
I am saying that. I like to think I've been uplifted.
Do you think it's strange we haven't met each other's families yet?
Maybe it's for the best.
Why?
Meeting the parents puts a lot of pressure on a new relationship.
Is that the real reason?
No.
Well,
Well, I have these vivid images from my youth of my mom and dad coming home every evening from work and changing into matching sweatshirts and sweatpants. I don't mean they would match each other. One would wear lime and the other chartreuse, full-on sweat wardrobes.
that's frightening, sure, but also incredible in its way.
Well, what if meeting the parents in a new relationship instigates us transforming into them?
That's unavoidable, but at least I don't own any sweats. We should think about making introductions soon.
I think so.
Can I ask you something crazy?
You ask crazy things constantly.
I don't.
The other day, you asked who I'd save, my sister or you, if you were both dangling from a cliff.
I mean, that's a reasonable thing to know.
Just ask your question.
Do you want kids in this life?
Really?
Is that okay to ask? I've never thought to ask anyone that before.
No, it's okay. I want children.
Me too.
Maybe not now,
Not now.
but maybe with you. Do you know what I'm thinking now?
I wanted to say, I know you're concerned about my insomnia, and that it will worsen. It will. It has. Some days I will be your patient rather than your lover. But I didn't tell her that. We're both thinking, marry me.
I'm serious.
So am I.
Are we engaged?
I think so. Wait, there's no ring. Your hair tie thing, what about that? Try winding that around your ring finger.
I like it. It fits. So, what do we do next? What do engaged people do? Should we call our families? Maybe you want to call your parents?
And then, in life, you called your family and I called mine, our concurrent conversations overlapping and our laughter incongruent to the listener when we heard the apologies and reassurances the other made to their aghast parents. It was hysterical in its surreality. We remained in that cafe for hours, calling, texting, in tears at the bedlam we'd caused and for reasons otherwise. We were happy, but the dream halted here. I'm sorry I can't stay here with you. I'm sorry I've changed so much. Forgive me for what I am now. The hell is this music? Is this trance? It's coming from the apartment upstairs. This isn't mine. Apartment 2. It's the apartment upstairs. Fate has a cruel sense of humor. Hi. Listen, I'm sorry to bother you.
Apology accepted.
Okay, thanks. I'm your downstairs neighbor.
Welcome to the building.
I've lived here half a year.
Is there something you need?
Can we talk face to face?
What do you think we're doing?
Would you mind opening the door, I mean?
We don't open this door for anyone.
I'm just your downstairs neighbor.
You could be anybody, man. You get me?
Yeah, I'm beginning to get the idea, and I agree. Let's keep the door closed. Have you really never seen me before?
We know everything happening between these walls. We ain't never seen you.
No, but I passed you in the hallway last week in the evening. I mean, you were carrying some grocery bags.
That's impossible, man.
Groceries are impossible?
Man, I do all my shopping through the dark net.
Okay, I'm clearly being naive. In any case, can we talk face to face?
What do you think we're doing?
Would you mind opening the door, I mean?
We don't open this door for anyone.
I'm just your downstairs neighbor.
You could be anybody, man. You get me?
Yeah, I get you. You listen to a lot of AM radio.
Hey, you enjoy your utopia of lies, neighbor. We know you don't live in this building. We never forget a face.
Jesus, that was exhausting. I need to rest for a while on the couch. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, God damn it. Our call.
Hey,
Sorry I'm late. Am I late?
what's that noise?
You can hear that?
Are you listening to trance music?
Would you marry someone who listens to trance music?
Well, where is it coming from?
I'll tell you in a bit.
Okay. So, did you forget about me tonight?
I was just downstairs. I didn't hear the ringing.